fortress strong, with chains upon my feet. You know that ghost is me, and I will never be set free as long as I'm a ghost you can't see. If I could read your mind, love, what a tale your thoughts could tell. Just like a paperback novel, the kind the drugstores sell. When you reach the part where the heartaches come, the hero would be me. But heroes often fail, and you won't read that book again because the ending's just too hard to take. I'd walk away like a movie star who gets burned in a three-way script. Enter number 2, a movie queen to play the scene of bringing all the good things out in me. But for now, love, let's be real. I never thought I could act this way, and I've gotta say, I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone. I just can't get it back. If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well, in a castle dark or a fortress strong, with chains upon my feet. But stories always end, and if you read between the lines, you'll know that I'm just trying to understand the feelings that you lack. I never thought I could feel this way, and I've gotta say, I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong. The feeling's gone, and I just can't get it back. Hey guitar friends, thanks for stopping by the channel to learn this song by Gordon Lightfoot. I wanted to pay tribute to his life and his artistry, so I chose this song. It gives me goosebumps every time I play it, so it wasn't hard to choose this one. But if there's any other songs by his that you'd like to learn, please leave that in the comment section below. And yeah, also please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave comments. It'd help my channel grow. I'd really appreciate it. And you can also pick up the tab, the sheet music for this on my Patreon page, so you can head on over there and grab that. Yeah, thank you, and let's get into the lesson. Okay, we're going to start first by learning the introduction and the chords that you'll need for it. So you want to start off with a G sus2 chord. The G starts first, the sus2 comes at the end, and what that is your third finger on the 6th string at the 3rd fret, and your second finger is going to come onto the 3rd string in the 2nd fret when you need it for an A, and that makes it a G sus2 chord, or G add 2 chord. So this is the first chord, and the second chord you'll need is to put your first finger or your thumb over the top for it to take the F. Okay, and then we have an F6 add sharp 11 chord. That's what that's called. So Gordon Lightfoot played it with his second finger and his first finger here like this. and then he switched like this with his second finger and then his thumb over the top. So I prefer to play it with my third finger and then my thumb over the top, because then I can keep my second finger where it is. Sometimes you'll have to lift it, but put it right back down. And I just find that an easier transition. But he had his own way of playing it, obviously, so that's an option. Now, if you have problems with thumb over the top, then you can use your first finger. So you can go third finger, first finger. So we'll start off now with you holding down the G without the second finger down. Now the pattern is going to go thumb on 6, index on 3, middle on 2, and then thumb on 4, and then index, middle, thumb, and now you put your second finger down on the A. Okay, so then you put your second finger down. So that pattern sounds like this. Okay, and now we're going to do the same thing in reverse. So we're going to go and then take it off on the last note. So you're counting like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and repeat. Okay, and now so that's the introduction, and then comes the verse. You're going to do the same thing as you did for the first 2 measures of the intro. So actually, it's not 100% the same, because instead of doing the reverse pattern, you're going to keep doing the same pattern. So you're going to go index pattern starting first. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then keeps with your index finger first. And 2 and 3 and 4 and keep your second finger down, and now you go to the F6. Now that's the middle finger leading to go first, okay? And then on the second time you play the F6, then you're going to go index finger first. Sorry. And then lift off on the last one, okay? So we'll try that whole thing, starting from the G. So index first, add that note, then thumb over the top, and then middle finger first, and then index first, and then let go. Okay, now I'll play it a little bit more up to speed. Do the whole thing again. All right, then that is with singing. Let's try it with singing. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well. Okay, so that is the end of the verse. Okay, now we get into another section of the song, which you can call the chorus, or you can say that it's a B section. So the whole song could be considered to be an A section and a B section. So when you get to In a Castle Dark, in a castle dark, okay, that section is, you can call it a chorus or a B section. So it starts off with the G to the G sus2 again, just like the verses. In a castle dark. Now you'll see some transcriptions and teachers that say to put a little dark. But that's not correct. That's not what he plays. I listened very, very closely to the recording and watched every single live performance I could see him do, and he stays on the G to the G sus2. But what's really cool about that is, in essence, it ends up being a G ninth chord because he sings the seventh. And in the studio version, the strings also play the seventh, but the guitar stays on the ninth, on the add to. So, but because there's a seventh in the chord now overall, it makes a G dominant ninth chord. But you have to just play this if you want to. I mean, if you want to add the seventh chord and play, I mean, there's no rules. If you like the way that sounds, then go for it. But I think it sounds cooler to sing that note and then to stay on the ninth. Okay, so we have in the castle dark, or go to a C chord, and on the C chord you're going to play the same leading with the index finger pattern. Fortress strong. Okay. Thumb, index, middle, thumb, index, middle, thumb, index, and then go to a D chord. That's the same leading with the index pattern. So thumb, index, middle, thumb, index, middle, thumb, index. You don't need the first string. There's only one spot where the first string is actually played in the whole song, and that's the very last chord of the song. Okay, so I'll do this for you. In a castle dark, or a fortress strong, with chains upon my feet. He goes to E minor. Okay, that's 6, index or thumb, index, middle, and then go to the 4th string with the thumb, index, middle, thumb. You can let go of the second finger at the end of the chord, so you can go. C, I will never. Now you're going to go to a G with a B in the bass. So that is just taking your second finger to the B, 5th string, 2nd fret, and your 4th finger to the 2nd string, 3rd fret. And then same pattern. And then A minor 7, which is your 1st and your 2nd finger. Same pattern. And then D, same pattern. Back to the G sus2. Okay, so that whole chorus. In a castle dark, or a fortress strong, with chains upon my feet, you know that ghost is me. I will Now, if you want to sometimes mix up, if you're doing the index leading first, or then just go ahead and just mix that up, whatever you think sounds pretty. Like I said before, there's no rules. You know what the basic chords are, and you can just do what you want to make it your own. So that is the B section or the chorus. Okay, now we get to the ending, and it just sounds like this. The last thing you sing is back, just can't get it back. Okay, so that's the ending. The very last time you just do half of A measure. take your pinky to the first string and then pinch with your thumb and your ring finger, or whatever finger's down there handy, and then you get the last ending. Okay, that's coming from the F6. Okay, now there's one more section that I can show you that I inserted myself, and that is the instrumental. So if you want to stay tuned for that, that comes next and last. So I'm going to show you this little interlude that I transcribed from what the other instruments are doing. If you want to play what Gordon plays and you don't want to do this, it's just like the intro. And just do it twice. Okay, you would just play like the intro twice, okay? But so here's what I did. So I'll just play it for you first. So if you want to learn this now, then stick around. Okay, so you start off with a G, and G to the fourth string with your index finger, and then the third string with your middle finger. So those are the first three notes. Then put your second finger on the left hand down on the second fret of the fifth strings, so you have a B, and then put your fourth finger on the F sharp, which is the fourth string in the fourth fret. So we have, and then your middle finger plays the open G, and then you let go of the pinky, and so you play an open D, and then your second finger comes down for the A. So now altogether you have, okay, so with the right hand I'm going thumb, index, middle, thumb, index, middle, thumb, index, then thumb, index, middle. Again, for the next three notes are the same as the first three notes. Okay, now we play the G again, and now our index finger is going to play the fourth string as we hammer into the second fret on the fourth string. And then we play the third string with our middle finger open, and then we play the index finger is going to play the fourth string again with the same note that you hammered. Okay, so that goes. Okay, put those two measures together. Okay, and now we take our thumb over the top to get an F, play that note with our thumb. Index finger is going to play the fourth string open, and then we're going to put our third finger here on the fourth string in the third fret for an F, play that twice. So we have, okay, with your right hand just try to alternate your fingers. Okay, and now we're going to pinch again with the thumb and the middle finger on the fourth string, and we're going to, after we do that, we're going to pull off. Okay, so the beginning of that. And then play that twice. Pinch. And now we're going to pinch again, and then pull off this note. And then play that twice, and then pinch. And then third finger comes to the C, which is the fifth string, third fret. And then play the open D string, and then have your index finger play the fifth string as you play a B with your left hand. Okay, so now this whole thing. start over again here, but try to keep this note down so that it rings as you start the next section. Otherwise, it just kind of cuts it off. It doesn't sound as good. So just from this section. And it's okay because you need this note again to start over to play the next thing, because it goes. So you just repeat it again. Oops, so how you get out of that is you're going back into the chorus again. I'd walk away. So from here. Okay, so you might want to practice making that transition from having your index and middle fingers way down here to now going to the third and the second string. And also to get into this, you're coming from a D. And then now you let go. And then, so you might want to practice. Okay, important parts of a song to practice when those parts are really different is just to practice your transitions. Don't always go back to the beginning of a song and start over again, and maybe this time you'll get it when you get there. Just take it from the preceding measure. So you would take it from doing this, and then try to play. Just try to do that. And you'll save so much time. If something's hard, you just practice that one thing, and it'll save you so much time in your practicing. So the getting out of it is. Okay, so that's how you go. Your last thing you play is, and then just practice that over and over again. And then when you play the whole song, you'll have the intro because you're able to get into it and you're able to get out of it. And those are your transition points. You break them down and you just focus on that. That's called spot practicing. So you practice a specific spot. And then when you go back to the beginning of the song and play the whole thing, you're not always messing up in that one place that's harder than the rest of the song. Okay, so that's it. And I hope you enjoyed this lesson. And if you want more, just let me know.